All right, what's up, everyone? Today we're going to go over the market pulse. This is one that I use a lot, mostly for day trading, but you can start to use this for swing trading as well. It just depends on what time frame you set the charts at, right? Now, we're going to be looking at things on a 1 hour chart here, and we'll break down what it is, everything that we're looking at in today's video, so you guys understand how I like to use this and why I even came up with this chart layout. Now, this intermarket chart provides a general overview of the U.S. markets by displaying key financial instruments. It includes the S&P 500 futures, the 20-year Treasury bond ETF, the volatility index, crude oil futures, gold futures, and the U.S. dollar index. Now, this chart is used to gain a quick and comprehensive overview of the key components of the U.S. financial markets. By observing these instruments together, traders and analysts can understand the broader market context, identify correlations, and make informed decisions based on the overall market pulse. Now, when you take a look at this, the S&P 500 futures and VIX provide insights into the current market sentiment and risk appetite. The bond market is also viewable here through TLT, right, which is those 20-year Treasury bond ETF. That offers a view into the bond market and interest rate expectations. And we've got commodities in here with crude oil and gold futures giving a snapshot of the commodities market and economic health. And then you've got the currency market here with the US dollar index, the DXY, ticker symbol DXY, to help understand the currency market and the strength of the US dollar. This layout is particularly useful for providing a snapshot of the overall market conditions, making it easier to track and analyze the movements and correlations between different financial instruments in the US market. Now, these are most of the things that I trade. All right, is the S&P 500. Now, I got into trading futures here recently, but I still always track the futures, even when I was trading the SPY or SPX options. We've got TLT in here, one of my favorite things to chart and trade. And then we've got gold in here as well. So as I mentioned, I did kind of get into the futures here. So sometimes I trade the gold futures, or sometimes I'll trade GLD, right? The gold ETF. Now, so these are most of the main things that I'm trading here on the left side. And so you can come in here, you can do some technical analysis, chart some supply and demand zones, look for chart patterns, whatever it is that you want. And then on the right side, we've got the VIX here next to the ES, right? Next to the S&P 500 futures. The VIX is your volatility index. And on a general basis, people consider the VIX to kind of do what the opposite of the ES and what the S&P is going to do. Now, it doesn't always work perfectly like that, but that's just like a general description of their relationship, right? We can see the S&P going up here. We can see the VIX going down here, right? And then we see this spike in the VIX and we see this drop in the S&P. So if you chart two of these things up together, maybe you can't see a certain trend reversal, on the one side of the chart. But if you look over here, then you can see a potential trend reversal, right? Or see something looking like things are about to change. So that's why I like to have oftentimes what the opposite pair would be, from the left side to the right side, right? Same thing with gold. Gold typically has an inverse relationship with the dollar. So if you're seeing a strong gold, right, and gold futures are strong, right, and a nice uptrend, well, then you would expect to see the dollar in a downtrend here, right? And that's what we're seeing here as well. So, this is why I like to use these. You can, as I mentioned, you can really just start to look for some extra clues, right? Maybe you're expecting this downtrend right here, and you're zoomed in on your chart and you're looking to see, hey, are we about to break this small little uptrend line here and have a move to the downside I can trade on? Well, let me look at the VIX and let me see if it's going to break out past this zone. Oh, yep, it does. VIX breaks out. S&P breaks down at the same time, and you're getting that confluence that you're looking for. Same thing kind of with the gold and the dollar here. You can look to add an edge versus just only looking at gold. You can understand that, hey, the dollar sometimes impacts gold oftentimes, and you can look for setups and layouts in the dollar and see if that can help influence. And then we've got oil here. I've been a really big fan of trading energy stocks, and even the oil futures here recently. So I definitely like to have that on there. That also provides some context to the market. Generally, if you see oil raging, okay, and it's up a lot over the past week or two or month, that's generally not the best thing for the stock market. Oftentimes that can lead to bear markets when you see a very extreme spike in oil prices. But other than that, I really do like to look at it for potential entries and things like that. We've got a little bit of a liquidity grab over here where we had this, demand. We flushed through it right here, have a little bit of a scoop and score, and strong move to the upside. That was a really nice trading opportunity there. And then, of course, TLT, everyone's favorite bond ETF, depending on which side of that trade you're in. Maybe it's not your favorite, but really like this one here too. So I'll use this, and these are, I can have this on one of the screens, and this is like one of the main things that I'm looking at to just get an overall market pulse, right? And maybe I'm looking for trade ideas with this too, because I'm not really seeing anything too clear when it comes to some individual names, and I want to know, hey, what can I keep an eye on today? Can I watch, the S&P? Can I watch TLT? Can I watch gold or oil for any trading opportunities? And if there are some, this chart layout is going to make them nice and present for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember, you can change the time frame on this from a 1 hour down to a smaller time frame, such as a 5 minute, down to a higher time frame, such as a daily or a weekly, to really just adjust to your time basis, right? And whatever your trading strategy or wherever your edge is in the market, depending on, what type of trader you are. This is one of the different chart layouts that I've got. This is an intermarket analysis chart. This is kind of one of the day trading chart layouts that I use. I've got many different chart layout packages available for purchase using the link in the description below. And once you start to learn how to use a lot of these, these things will really help to start give you an edge. These are just some of the things that I've learned over the years, some of the different chart layouts I've learned and gathered over the years. And now I'm sharing with them, they're sharing them with you all. So hopefully you enjoy them.